Iran has expanded its retaliation beyond US forces, with American allies across the Gulf now finding themselves directly in the line of fire. As Washington continues its military campaign, Iran's Revolutionary Guard says it has widened the battlefield with fresh missile and drone attacks. Air raid sirens echoed across Bahrain after Iran claimed it had struck key US-linked military facilities in the kingdom. Bahrain's Interior Ministry said, and I quote, "The alarm siren has been activated. We urge citizens and residents to remain calm, head to the nearest safe location, and follow updates through official channels," unquote. Iran says a coordinated missile and drone campaign targeted American military facilities across the Gulf region. Tehran claims several US military locations in Bahrain, Kuwait, and Jordan were struck as part of its latest retaliation. The Iranian response followed another wave of US strikes targeting military infrastructure across southern Iran. US Central Command statement read, and I quote, "US Central Command, CENTCOM, completed the latest wave of strikes against Iran at 10:15 p.m. ET on July 13th. During the 5-hour mission, US forces successfully struck military targets across Iran including Bushehr, Chabahar, Jask, Konarak, Abu Musa, and Bandar Abbas to further degrade Iran's ability to attack commercial shipping. CENTCOM forces employed precision munitions against Iranian coastal defense systems, missile and drone sites, and maritime capabilities. More than 50,000 US service members are currently deployed across the Middle East. American forces remain vigilant, lethal, and ready, unquote. Iran says every future American strike will trigger an even stronger military response under its newly announced retaliation doctrine. Tehran insists the conflict is entering a more dangerous phase, claiming successful attacks on American military infrastructure. IRGC's statement read, and I quote, "The Mujahid nation and always in the scene of Dear Iran, the child-killing American army, following the defeat last night in the Strait of Hormuz, launched an air attack on coastal stations and a number of other military centers in the southern regions of the country. In the first phase of the response to the enemy aggression, the zealous fighters of the IRGC Navy in the second wave of Operation Nasr II, under the code of Mubarak or Lesserat al-Hussein, targeted several weapon support warehouses, the satellite communication center and the residence building of the American forces in Jafir base in Bahrain and smashed them with their missiles and drones. The noble and Muslim nation of Jordan, early today, in the third phase of the second wave of Operation Nasr II, Barmaz Yoltsarat al-Hussein, AS. The fighters of Islam targeted the important facilities and the location of the American enemy in an airbase occupied by the American child-killing army in your soil, which was used to attack us, with ballistic missiles and punish the American criminals for their actions. On the first day of these aggressions, the arrogant American regime also used these bases to dismember 186 innocent schoolchildren and their teachers in Minab. You know very well that we not only have no enmity with your country, but we love you noble people very much. You, more than any other nation, understand the pain and oppression of the Palestinian nation and know about the crimes of the Zionist regime in the killing of 70,000 Palestinians, including 20,000 children, in Gaza, which took place with the direct intervention of the United States. Your serious demand for the dismantling of the bases of the American occupation in the region is a great help to save the Palestinian people and return security to the region. It is our desire to make Jordan proud," unquote. Even as tensions escalated, President Donald Trump insisted that the United States would maintain control over the Strait of Hormuz and ensure freedom of navigation through the strategic waterway.
We've demolished their military. We're hitting them very hard. We had a deal yesterday or the day before yesterday. It was all done. And then they broke up that deal immediately because they found out there was something in the deal they didn't like. And they're wired differently, and we're not going to put up with it. We are just going forward. We're attacking them tonight. We're taking out all of their capability for anything having to do with the Strait, with the Hormuz Strait. And I think in the end, we will end up just controlling the whole thing. And what they're doing is being very foolish, very stupid, and they've treated people horribly. They've killed 52,000 protesters so far that we can determine. It might be more than that, but 52,000 protesters have been killed. And it's really a terrible situation. But we'll have it under control very quickly. Yeah.
25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
पच्चीस करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.